Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over counts and we're going to be using some examples of music. I provided a video by Steezy Co on YouTube. Shout out to Steezy. They do a really good job at finding the counts in the bars or the measures of the music, and this will be a really good example for you to see for yourself, like how to count music. And once you get good enough at doing this, you can count it in your head, or you can count it while you're literally shuffling, or dancing on the floor. So first of all, I've said it in some other videos, but music is pretty it's universal. So we use 8 counts. Well, in dance we use 8 counts. Usually in music, like when you're playing an instrument, from what I remember being in band, it was always every 4 counts was in a bar or a measure. But in dance we go by a full 8 count usually. So just something to know. So usually you'll count. Okay, everyone can count to 8, but to distinguish what is going to be, how do you know when it's time to start over? When it's time to, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. How do you know when to start over? Well, you have to learn and you have to train your mind over time, and listen to the pitches and the music, the sounds and the layers, like the volume and the pitch will rise, or sometimes it'll lower. And there's also in certain songs there's also levels. So there can be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8, 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 5, 5, it can go on for forever. When a drop hits, sometimes there's more than just one 8 count before the next pause, is what I'm saying. So for example, trance, there's trance tracks out there that they'll have sometimes they'll have 8 to 16 8 counts of just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. And you can train your mind, you can train your brain to count these bars, and it'll help you just kind of sync everything up, and eventually you won't need to count anymore. You'll just be a pro at it. But that's kind of advanced. Before we ever touch base on that, which I'll demonstrate to a much longer song later down the road on the dance floor. We're going to go over just an instrumental song right now to help you understand what I mean. So I'm going to play a song and just listen, and I'm going to count out the counts in the song, and listen, try your best to listen for that change in pitch, or volume or anything for the next count to take place. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Restart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now, do you see what I mean? I wasn't counting, but I think there was about 4 or 5 8 counts in that first drop. Okay, that was called a drop. So as you can tell, every time the music would change, the da na 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 da, it would start over and it would go again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is a good way to help you determine and help you count the beats in the song, and that will help you figure out how many times do I need to do a running man, or how many times do I need to T-step to the right or the left, or whatever direction you're going, or whatever move you're doing, until you need to do the next move, or maybe you need to do a spin at the end on the and. Usually I'll spin on the and, like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7, and spin, go back and do like a running man or a T-step, for example. So that's how that's done. I'm gonna play the song again, and this time I'm gonna count by, we're gonna go by like levels. Okay, so the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and then how you would do the next bar would be 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so every time you're just in your head, in the back of your head, you got to think, okay, I was on 1, now I'm on 2, now I'm on 3. Okay, here we go. Start over. So try and really listen for the change in pitch at each eighth count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. I messed up. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yes, I said 2 twice on the like number 7, or yeah. I'm not perfect. Anyways, you can see there though, there was 8 bars of 8 counts, or you could say there was 64 counts total, because 8 times 8 is 64. So why do you need to know all this? Well, first of all, it's going to make you a better dancer. It's going to make you more musical. You're going to understand, once you understand stuff like this, music theory, it's going to help you become a better dancer. You can use this to choreograph music. Once you learn to count the bars, or the bars and the notes, the beats in each song, it's going to come in handy. Especially, like I said, choreograph. It's a very easy way to plan out your moves, if you will, in your dance videos, when you go to record. Like, for example, when you get to a point where you can just flow freely, you can post a video and no one will ever know if you choreograph that or if you are just doing freestyle. How do you know? You don't. That's the beauty of it. But you can use this as a tool to help you plan out moves way ahead of in the dance. Once you get really good at this and really, really advanced, you can plan out your moves way, way far ahead. So, for example, maybe you'll do, 8 running man to start out with, which is usually what you do coming out the gate of a drop. You want to hit a nice 8, like powerful running man. Then you already know next T-step is probably going to come next. Maybe you do 4 T-step to the right. Then you do like transition, and maybe 3, depending on the transition, and 3 to 4 T-step to the left. Okay, right there, that's already 8, 16 counts. And if you know the entire song, if that's how you practice, you know you still have 7 more or 6 more bars to go. Sounds like a lot, and it is, but when you're just free flowing to the music versus doing choreography, you're not counting, you're not worrying, you're not thinking about that. But it's just something to know that, if you want to, it's going to take longer. I would say that it's going to look a little nicer, because if you practice that whole 64 count and you plan out every single step and move, and you do that until it's like perfect, it's going to look really clean. But you can also work your way up to a very clean freestyle flow as well. You don't need to choreograph every single song. Okay, I prefer, many of my friends and dancers that I know prefer to just do like a freestyle flow, because it's freeing, it's fun. There's no limits, there's no guidelines that you have to follow. You just fall into the music, metaphorically speaking, and you just flow. But when you're new at this and you don't know any better, this is a very good tool to help you in the beginning. Maybe plan out your first couple of bars, or at least get in your head, oh, I know there's 8 counts. I know I can do 8 running man, and then go and do a T-step, and then maybe on that and I'll do a spin, and then pause or something like that. So there's lots you can do with that. Next, I'm gonna play a song with. There's not gonna be any instrumental. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be a lot harder, like percussion. Okay, so here we go. All right, it's a little more aggressive. I'll try and count it out correctly. Try and follow along. Use your fingers if you have to. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 6, 2, 2, 7, 8. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Messed up almost at the same spot again. But excuse me for that. There you go again. You have another 8 bars, another 64 counts. So you see a pattern going on here, okay? So again, if you practice to songs that have like these longer counts, you're gonna get used to that. You're also gonna build your stamina up, and you're gonna get used to these counts and these beats and counting it in your head automatically. We're gonna do one more song, and then that's gonna wrap it up for this kind of like tutorial of how to count beats. Okay, so this will be the last song. We're gonna practice counting again, okay? So listen before the drop. You can sense when the drop is coming. Sometimes the drops can be tricky, but you just have to kind of feel it out, okay? So now it's building up. Sometimes it's a long drop. I'm not going to speed it up because I want you to be able to feel it. I want you to use your predictability. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here it did 8 counts, did 8 bars of 8 counts each, and it was 64 again, but then it paused. It paused for, you know, maybe a quick second, and then it kept going, okay? So that's your like break to do whatever you want. Do a different style of dance or a different move or a spin again, you know, okay? So, and I didn't mess up that time. But, yeah, so I really enjoyed this video, guys. It was fun. I hope those of you that struggle with like finding the counts or the beats in music were able to take away something from this, and how I perceive music and how I learned growing up, and yeah, so that's it. We'll probably go over these same songs again in the next video here, and I'll do my best to go through the entire song to really break it down, and what you would do in between each 8 count or each bar. Okay, so that's it for now. Talk to you guys soon. Later.